of the.
Sorry, I forgot to record it. Well, Elena can see half of the class.
This is the beginning of the class. In my first word, I will say
Hi,
that
everyone.
I totally forgot. Then I checked the chat and it says. Okay,
probably this class travel in time,
right.
I
Exactly.
think.
Well, how does Miranda react emotionally to the new events? Does she seem more afraid, confused, curious?
At first, Miranda feels confused
Yes,
and
confused.
a little scared,
Yeah, scared.
but then she was very curious.
She's getting really curious about this thing. She wants to figure out how
She
to.
wants to solve. She wants to solve the mysteries.
Exactly. Exactly. She wants to solve the mystery. She knows someone is in danger, so she wants to do something about it. Okay, what theory do you have now about the person who is writing the notes? Has your opinion changed since part one?
No, I'm still
The,
thinking it's Marcus, the author of the notes.
Okay. Maria?
the person writes the notes knows the future,
Yeah. And
and he knows Miranda can travel through the time.
okay, so you think the time traveler is Miranda? Okay, and Tino, what's your theory?
My first theory in the part one, that is the that of Miranda looking for the parable. But in the second part, I think maybe I don't know really. Uh, I think the laughing man
The laughing.
maybe.
Yeah, he's weird.
Yes. I don't know why. I don't understand why it stay in this story at the time. O sea,
Well,
¿cuál es su papel en el juego, digamos? En esta historia.
he
Es
lives
raro.
he lives on the same street as Miranda's.
But why is important to the story about it? ¿Por qué lo nombran, pienso?
No.
It's very involved in the story, but today it has not event in the life.
Okay, in the very first part, remember he said like we are words, nonsense for us at least.
To pocket and
True.
other things.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then he starts saying names to the people in the second part. Angel, smart kid. And to Miranda, he says smart kid. So
Yes.
something is going on there. Well, I sent you two other files with vocabulary. I selected some vocabulary that I consider that could be for a maybe next level and maybe could be more complicated. So I selected vocabulary from part one and from part two. And from part two, the very first chapter was Things on a Slant. The name of the first chapter of part two. Do you know a slant or this phrase, what it means?
No.
Well,
No.
it could be to things seen from a different angle. Si mirar las cosas desde otra perspectiva, desde otro ángulo. Yeah, things are slightly tilted or not straight. Como que no, it's not like 100% white, let's say. So you can
Okay.
see it from a different angle. That was the first chapter of this part. And now, if we have some time, we're going to go through some of the vocabulary together. Well, some key events and plot twists for the time being. For example, the second mysterious note. Miranda finds a note at Jimmy's. It now names her directly, that we mentioned before. And then this, I don't know if you remember, Anne-Marie's crisis. What happened to her? She has a seizure.
Yeah, she's ill. She suffers epilepsy.
Exactly. And what happened between Julia and Miranda related to this crisis?
They fought
Yeah.
because
Argue
Julia accused Miranda for don't know the state of Anne-Marie's,
for not knowing.
not knowing the state of Anne-Marie's,
Right.
and called her a lot of time idiots.
Exactly. Because, I mean, she's not supposed to eat bread,
Yeah.
but she ate every day before after she meets. And well, the third note and the predictions, the three predictions from the future to prove the writers comes from tomorrow. The proof come true.
From tomorrow, that is clear. The time travel came from the future only.
Yes. You thought it was from the past?
Yeah, time is weird. They in the first note, they asked for the key was stolen a day before or something like that. No, a day before.
Maybe.
And he asked for the place where the key was hiding, but the key was stolen before.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that was the creepy part of that note.
Yes, but in the third note, when give some proof, they are for the future.
Yeah, but in the first one, the time travel has to go time early to install the key,
Maybe
isn't it?
an error.
Okay.
Maybe the note was left after. Maybe that was not intentional. We don't know yet. But yeah, here we can see that she or he sends this note mentioning some proof that came true, at least two of them. Yes, Colin's rules and Richard's gift.
And what is the other? Richard's gift?
Richard's gift.
Yeah, I don't read that chapter.
Yes, it's the one that is Christmas.
Yeah.
Something. Well,
Okay.
apparently, Tino, did you read that chapter?
Yes, but I don't remember that part. That's part.
Okay. Well, at Christmas, they received a lot of gifts. One of the gifts was one of her favorite books, A Wrinkle in Time.
Yeah.
But I think it was one of the versions, an original version or the first edition, something like this. And Richard had this book signed by the author of the book. And the author wrote Testerwell.
Christmas Day, well, aquí in the third note.
Exactly.
Oh.
That phrase was in the book.
But and then there are complete all the proof, isn't it?
Well, we haven't read yet another chapter that is for the third proof. That is the TV studio.
But the TV studio happened at the beginning.
And it will happen later too.
In that moment, that thing still happen. I don't understand. The studio TV.
It can happen at any time because it's a studio TV. They are preparing themselves to go to a studio TV.
That still happen. They are keep practicing for the
Exactly.
TV show.
Yes, they haven't been there yet.
Okay.
Okay. Well, here we have the character development in those chapters. We have Miranda from confused to responsible. Now she wants to figure out what's going on and save whoever is in danger. She faces moral dilemmas and questions her own judgment. And she questions herself all the time.
Yeah.
And then Julia, from perceived rival to loyal protector for ends marine, shows empathy and moral courage, defense, and marine. And then Marcus, from bully to key figure, experitate trouble, challenges first impressions. Any other thing that you will add to them?
Okay. Probably they are grow up very fast.
Right. Who do you think has like a greater transformation here? In your opinion?
My transformations.
Could be any of the three, or maybe another one that is not mentioned. If you think it has a big development, como un gran desarrollo.
Colin still be Colin. I didn't see a big change in Colin. But in Anne Marie's, probably Anne Marie's, she became more open
Okay.
and she tries to do a lot of things, like in the food, to be at Miranda's home. I think she's trying to experimenting a lot of things.
Yeah. Totally. Yes. And Marcus, I mean, we didn't expect him to be like that, right?
Marcus is very intelligent and logical.
Exactly. He's very intelligent and logical. Nothing to do.
Sometimes,
Yes.
sometimes in strange things.
Yeah, he's very shy. Sometimes he greets, sometimes he's not. He's como que saluda cuando quiere, ¿no?
Yeah.
All right. Well, one of the central topics or themes in these chapters is friendship and prejudice too. Who wants to read the first point in friendship and loyalty?
Me. Anne-Marie's epileptic crisis reveals who is truly loyal. Julia emerges as a protector while Miranda feels helpless. Friendships are tested by external events. Miranda reflects on the true meaning of being a good friend.
Okay. Do you agree? What do you think about the friendship here? It's complicated at that age.
Yeah.
But friendship are tested by external events. It's really, I really agree with its sentences.
Yeah. I mean, it was not Miranda's fault, actually, what happened to Aunt Marie, because she didn't know that she
We
cannot
don't know. Yeah.
read. Well, who wants to read Prejudice and Judgment?
Me.
Yes.
Jimmy unfairly accused Julia based on racial prejudice. And Marie is. What means outrage?
Outrage. Muy enojada, furiosa.
Ah, and Marie is outraged and defends Julia. Miranda remains uncomfortable but does not react. The charters question their prior assumptions.
Your prior assumptions. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Jimmy was a little bit I don't know how to say it. But yeah, we can see Jimmy in this position of being unfair, right, to Julia. We don't know if he's right or not yet, but he was a little bit unfair. Any questions so far? Are we okay?
No.
Yes? All right.
Okay.
Well, and here we have the concept of time unproved, the thing that we were mentioning before. We had the predictions become reality. Carlos, do you want to read it?
Okay. Predictions become reality. The first proof, Colin takes 2 rolls from Jimmy's. The second proof, Richard Christmas gift for Miranda's mother. For Miranda's mother, Richard gave the book to
No,
his
to
mother,
Miranda.
to her mother,
No, to Miranda, no Miranda's mother.
Miranda.
Yes.
From abstract to tangible, the predicted future materializes. Materializes? Yes, materializes.
All right. Challenging common sense. Tino?
Sorry. Yes, Marcus explained that common sense can hide new ideas. A reference to Einstein's and revolutionary concept. Miranda must accept the impossible as possible.
What do you think about that? She must accept the impossible as possible.
It's a crazy idea. That's physics, life of that. But Marcus have a point in the story and the time.
Yes, totally. Here it says, the mystery transforms into an imminent reality, creating a sense of urgency that pressures her to act. So, okay, some questions to reflect after these chapters. How will the group dynamic change after the conflict at Jimmy's? What's your idea?
the group split apart
Okay.
at the end of the conflict. They join together with the card, with the gift card to Jimmy's to apologize Jimmy's, but in the final moment, Jimmy with the accusation of Jimmy, they split apart.
Okay.
They start to accuse
Each other's.
each other's.
Tino, do you agree that they will be apart after the conflict?
Yes, it's obvious. Yes, I agree.
Okay. Maria, do you agree?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, let's have a look at this question. What does it mean to see things on a slant in the context of the events we have analyzed? Here you have a picture to help you.
The traveling of time.
Remember that things on a slant was to see things in a different perspective, from a different angle.
Yeah.
Yes. A paper and a diamond.
And the diamond.
To see things in the context of the events have analyzed. I'm trying to understand the question.
Yes.
The
Like,
question is what we think about the thing on a slant in the book.
exactly. Como mirar las cosas de otra perspectiva, like things from another
I
perspective.
think like readers we are using Miranda's perspective, but if you try to look with I don't know Anne Marie's perspective, there's nothing happen about time travel.
Right.
She lives in another story, a very different one.
Exactly. Maybe who is more connected is Marcos at this point,
Yeah, probably.
or even Julia, because she knows a lot about this, surprisingly.
Yeah, and his sample was amazing. The Ring of Time.
Yeah.
About this question, I thinking about the mother of the she. Maybe can change the history.
Her mother?
Yes, or not.
I don't know.
You are asking the end of the book? No, you cannot do that. Not in this class.
Right. That's for next class. You will be surprised. Well, based on the fulfilled proved, what will the third prediction be?
Based on the fulfilled proof, what will the third prediction be? The third prediction was the game show, the TV game show.
Yes, it says April 27th, Studio TV 15. They are in December. Christmas.
Yeah. There will happen 3 months in the future. December, January, February, April.
Maybe that's the day, right? They go to the studio to play.
Yeah, Hermano, we go to the studio, but probably she will not win the game. Probably something else happened based on the other proofs.
Okay.
The other proofs were very ambiguous.
Unusual, right?
That if we base in that proof, we can assume that prediction will be also ambiguous. Ambiguous? I said correctly.
Yes.
Ambiguous.
Do you think there will be more notes or proofs?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And what is the final event that the author of the notes is trying to prevent?
Catastrophes.
Okay. A catastrophe. What
A
else?
death of one of her friends.
Okay.
Yes, I
Sal.
think too.
Maybe Sal.
No,
No.
Sal,
No.
please.
He's he
An
taking
accident.
exercise all day.
Okay. When? Well, of course, the homework for next class is to read the final chapters of the novel. And here there are some questions for you for homework. Like, was it the ending you imagined? Why or why not? So, before you read the two final chapters, imagine your ending. And then when you read it, you compare it. And then you share that with us.
Okay.
Yes, what
Okay.
did you expect? And what surprised you the most about the ending? So far,
Okay.
what do you think it would be the end at this point?
For me, a
I
dramatic ending could be a loop. That'd
It's good.
be scary.
Okay, like everything is repeating.
Yeah. Mhm.
I need to know who is the time traveler. That is the point for me.
Right. Yes. That's very, me too. Me too. Okay. Well, very well. Let's see next class. Who is the time traveler? What happened? How it ends? And all that. Are you anxious about it?
Yes.
Probably Miranda more than I.
Yes. Well,
For me, the homeless is a
the time-
traveler in the time.
okay.
Yes.
The laughing man.
I only hope that homeless not would be no. I hope that homeless not be Marcus. Is the only thing I want.
Well,
I
I was
did.
thinking of kind of the same, Osal, because he says that
Yeah.
he's coming in a different form, that she won't recognize this person.
Yeah, but would be a sad story,
Right.
and I need a happy ending for that for this.
And in one of the notes, he says, while my mind is sound, si hasta que mi mente esté sana. And the laughing man was kind of crazy.
No,
So, I don't know. Well, let's read and see what is going on. Well, just to show you this guide about the vocabulary part 2, I divided into different categories like objects and physical things. Here you have, for example, tinfoil, the thin metal paper used to wrap food. Yeah, she wrapped the sandwich in tinfoil. And so on. Here you will find some vocabulary related to objects, like wax paper, toilet paper bag, hank, a thick piece of something. Yes, in a moment they said he had a hank of bread. Then for actions and movements, there are a bunch of verbs like squint,
Squint.
squint, look with eyes, partially close, con los ojos casi cerrados. She squint at the bright light. Sí, cuando prenden la luz o el sol, you squint. To shop, to roughly, he shoved the book into his bag. To push it. Shirk, to move suddenly, she jerked her hand away. Crumple, crush something into small shape. Yes, he crumpled. So, hizo un bollito.
Bollito, crumple.
And then, well, stomp off, that is to walk away angrily. Yeah, she stomped off after the argument. Miranda did it twice to her mom, I guess. She stomped off once they had an argument. But yank, to pull something quickly and strongly, he yanked the door open. Squat down, well, as the guy in the picture, to bend your knees and love.
Yes.
Yes, for example, to tie your shoes.
Ah,
Well, squats at the gym es sentadilla, ¿no?
Yeah.
Well, tag, pull something lightly. She tugged on his sleeve, ¿no? Como que le tironeaba de la manga. Okay, then for feelings, you can go through that. We have grouch, lousy day, meanness, frantic. Oh, there is a mosquito. And spunky. And some expressions too, like possible and appealing, downright funny, on the spot, blow up at someone that is becoming suddenly very angry. Yes, she blew up at him. Sí, como que le escupió todo a él, ¿no?
gritar.
Yes.
No.
Enojo, ¿no? Jump all over someone is criticize someone strongly. The goat jump all over him. Then for description, well, crossed on traffic, the flakes on paint, gutter, mob, slushy, soggy, and so on. You will see there are like a bunch of words. Yeah, 32 new vocabulary words. And in the previous that I sent you from part 1, you have like 25, I think. So you have some vocabulary to review from those lists. Then let me know if it's useful, if you also underline the same words, if you have some others. Then you can go over that file and you let me know if you underline the same things and so on.
Carla, thank you very much for those files. It has a very, 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 very good aesthetics.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Then I will prepare one for the third part too. All right, well, thank you. I see you on the 31st. El 31.
Okay.
31st.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, is that okay?
Yes.
Perfect.
Until
Okay, well, two of you, I see.
31st of January.
Of course. Well, two of you, I see you in the next link for the workshop.
Okay.
Thank you very
See you.
much. See you later. Bye-bye.